Hello again, everyone. This is video number 3 with the 617 NASDAQ contract. We are trading 3 contracts for 27 tick targets. We are using our unique Renko bar set, which you get if you purchase the trading system. You need to watch videos 1 and 2 to better understand this one and what the system is doing. We will be showing trading the week of 4/9 to 4/14, Sunday evening to Friday. As you can see, we have the 7 Renko candle, the chart size, and here's our Ninja Dome. And we are at 5 o'clock where the market just opens. I'm going to start the video. Now we start trading about 5:15, and then criteria needs to be met. The market has to move a certain distance before we begin looking for a trade. And you'll see that when a blue line appears across the screen. There's your line. We're now looking for a trade. Usually it will be a short trade because the market has opened and moved up a certain distance. We started the evening before, but many times it will not take a trade to the following morning or during the time the market opens. Okay, this first trade is a short trade at 2:38 in the morning.
Order filled.
This is 3 contracts. It's about $400 when you hit the target. It hit the first target. The green dots is your target. The red dots that move is your stop movement. The next trade we take will be a long trade. As you can see, it hit a target. So there you are, your $800 here. And it is still early. It is right after the market opened at 8:30 when it took this trade. And okay, now we have a special provision to stop trading after 3 full wins. And we've also hit our daily target of $1,100 if you look here at the bottom. So we've made $1,200 for the day, but it's exceeded our $1,100 target, daily target. So again, this system, we look for $2,000, $2,100, $2,250 a week. We're halfway there already on Monday. Now, if the next day you reach another $1,200, you're at your limit, and there's no reason to give back money good money that you've made. So if you reached it in the first 2 or 3 days, then it's your call if you want to keep trading or not. We know what the system usually can do, so that's usually enough. We will run the week. When it gets down to Friday, we check news. If you've made enough money and you've reached your weekly target, by Wednesday, we're looking at news. A lot of times news is important to look at. This system does have the ability to trade through more news than previous trades that we've put together. due to NASDAQ is just unique in that way. So we really are excited about the NASDAQ trade. This is an inexpensive market and instrument to trade by any trader, because you can trade one contract if you like, or you can trade 5 contracts. Here we're trading 3. Okay, here's the next day. This is Tuesday. It's moved enough here, so now we can start trading. It's usually going to be a long trade, and we're looking at this long trade, and it's struggling a little bit here on this one. When it moves up close to our target, our stop moves up, and then there it is. Now, that's a partial win. That's about $125 to $150 on the win. It depends on, it does move up twice. So this looks like the first one. So it's about $120 win here. Order filled. Okay, now let me stop this. Order filled. It's kind of late. We had a loss, a quick reversal win, another win, and another win. So we were down for a minute, and it came right back up. Okay, and we're up. Order pending. Oh yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. You can see we're up 960 for the day. We had a loss and a win, so now we're only up 860. Order pending. Order filled. Okay, that's another partial win. You saw the stop move, and we're up 990. So it's really a good day here. And there it is. That's the end of the day. Now, judgment call here, decision call. Let me stop this. We need to decide if we want to take our trades and stop for the week. This is on Tuesday. This is 2320. Now, what it did so far seems to be very, very good trading. We're going to start. We started on the 9th. This is the 11th. And you can see that's just 2 days plus Sunday evening, which Sunday evening's account rose into Mondays. So, okay, we can generate this. There it is, 2320. You see it here. 90% profitable. I mean, you just don't get better than that. We had $80 of commission that was taken out for the trades. We had 31 trades. Now, it sounds like when you look at it, oh, it didn't trade that much. No, it didn't trade that much, but each time it gets in the market, that considers 3 contracts. And that's, and we take out $5 for a round turn. The system takes out like $2.50 per side. That's the way it's calculated. Anyhow, there you go. There you go. Excellent 2 days. What would you do? We know what we like, so if we can make this much money on just 3 NASDAQ contracts, which total margin is like $1,500 on 3 NASDAQ contracts by Monday and Tuesday, I'm usually checking the weather and seeing if I'm going to take my bass boat out and go fishing. So later in the week. So, you know, this is good money. Now, this system will work on other instruments as we're trying other instruments out. It does work on gold. It does work on crude oil. We're working on that now. This was primarily designed to do the NASDAQ market, because the NASDAQ market is so good now. It's so fluid. And even so, in some videos ahead, you're going to see where we had tough weeks, but they hung in there, and that is, you can't beat that. I mean, when you have good weeks, sure, you make good money, but what happens in the sideways weeks, in the tough weeks? We've just had some weeks where the market is just reaching the highs, unprecedented new highs every day, every day, every day. Hard to make money in those days, but if you can stay out of trouble, the system is golden in that respect. So you'll get to see We will run the video through the week. I'm just giving you my opinion about where we are. We're 2320. Let's see what it does. That's an average weekly target. So when you hit it, you have to make the decision if you want to keep trading or not. So this would be the 12th. This would be Wednesday. And you can see it's still moving. It opened up, it moved, and now it's taking a long trade, and there you are, 2,700. And most of the time when I say this, I don't actually know the figures in front of me. And what will it be exactly at the end of the week, but I think it's going to be okay. But you always run the risk of giving some back. We're just giving you what we see as an average trading range that we look for during the week. There we are. We're over 3,000, so that's another 1,000. Certainly, you could stop here because here's where you are. Your Wednesday morning, your 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. News has come out here probably right around, it looks like early news. You see, sometimes this thing really moves overnight because of overseas news and things that do move the markets. Earnings, anything that moves the markets. This is tech-weighted NASDAQ, so there's a lot going on here right now. This is really early in the morning. You're up nice. Wednesday morning, great time to shut it off. Great time.
Order filled.
Okay, we did not reach our $1,100 daily target. We're up 19,918. But what we did do is we have another filter on here that if the system has 3 wins in a row, it will, that's enough. Now in this case, we had 2 full wins and a partial win. So this does count as a win, and usually we have it set on 3, so it will stop here. You know what? If you look at the market right here after 8:30, after it opened up, it couldn't reach its target here, and it went sideways. So this is a very good filter to have. Now look at this. This is incredible. This is a little sideways action. and you see, I mean, it can still trade and win, but it looks pretty sideways to me at the moment. I mean, it's moving, and like if it gets in here, yes, you're going to go get a win. But nevertheless, these built-in filters are built in because of the way we see the market trade over time. And we think long and hard before we just add something. We trade on servers, and so as that happens, you really don't have to touch this. You just let it keep going. Like here's the next day. This would be Thursday, and you see it's moved enough, so now it can start trading, and I guess we'll be looking for a short trade.
Order pending. Order filled.
That's incredible. Now you're at 3,600. It's Thursday morning. Most of us will be sleeping at 3:20 in the morning, but or 2:30 in the morning. But you're up. You're up nice. Very nice for the week. A lot of times, if it does well overnight,
order pending,
you want to just consider stopping right at the early part of the morning before news comes out. Thursdays are usually a lot of news.
Order filled.
That's a partial win there. You're 37.97, almost 3,800 here for the week. So it's excellent week.
Order pending.
We're not going to see a better week than
Order
this.
pending.
And what happens is it reaches its limits and then it starts fading, and it can start fading. So you can give back. There you go. You see, you were at almost 3,800. Now you're back to 3,150. You see, you had a reversal here, and then just 2 losses and 1 win.
Order pending. Order filled.
It's still good stuff, no matter how you look at it, even just letting it go.
Order
and you might wonder, well, why do we want to fight
filled.
this? Or why not just let it run? Well, we struggle with that. We struggle with that all the time. And when we make a decision, it's a judgment call. You know, you have to be willing to accept the consequences. When we turn it off, usually we're right 1 out of 10 times because we can't guess the market. We just can't. There's just no way. Now, this thing ended up making money here. It ended up making 460 for the day. You see how it couldn't go here, went almost to the target. And we're going for 27 ticks. If you purchase a system and you wanted these exact settings, and you would, my opinion would, you can always give up a couple ticks to get a fill when it goes right to your target. So you could just adjust that from 27 to 25. I like to do that. I run the system. We do everything for the system, but in the live market, in case you get slipped a tick, you don't want to just get a tick away from your target. Lately with NASDAQ, uniquely different than gold or crude oil, we're getting filled a tick better much of the time in live trading versus live simulation. So this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay, so by all accounts, you wouldn't want to trade on Friday at this point. You're at 36.97. Our weekly normal range is around 2,200. So what we look at is we like to look at news and on Fridays and see, well, what is it? What is it that would make us trade or not trade if we weren't up this high? Well, we check the news. I use forexfactory.com, and if we looked at Friday, April 14th, here's what we have. You definitely do not want to trade. I don't even have this loaded on the computer because we wouldn't have traded this far probably anyway. We would have stopped a little earlier. You see, I'm pushing it here and it won't go anymore. That's because I don't even have the 14th loaded on the computer. I didn't know that, but I'm looking at the news, and the first thing you see Friday, April 14th is in China is all day a bank holiday. Then you have Europe, German bank holiday. Then you have Great Britain, bank holiday. So these are not days you trade. And in Canada, bank holiday. So all of this tells you, hey, don't even think about trading because it's going to be very sideways. So this is our week, 36.97, and we'll stay tuned for the next week in video number 4. Thank you for watching.